Morning. Beautiful day. Just wanted to talk to someone, to encourage someone, because tonight when I was working, this lady she just came and asked me a question. She said, "Are you married?" I said, "Yes, I'm married." And then she asked me, how long have you been married?" I said, "I've been married for 5 years." And then she asked me, "Are you happy?" And I said, "Yes, I'm happy." But then I thought about it and asked myself, like, there is a definition of a happy marriage, and there's also a definition of an unhappy marriage. And I realized I'm caught in this happy marriage. I'm trapped in a happy marriage. Like, I don't think about my marriage like a place of warfare. I don't think about going home and feel bad. I'm always eager to go home. I'm always eager to go see my wife. I'm always eager to go see my daughter. I'm always eager to have like three of us just hang out every day, every time, every morning when I go, and every night when I go to work. I always feel the same. Like, I just want to go back home. I just want to stay home. Like, it's always sad. And it's just not for me, but also for my wife. She feels the same way. And also my daughter, she feels the same way. And then I realized I'm just happy and they're just happy, and we just love to be together. And it's not like we don't fight. We have fights, but they're not major fights like we used to have when we started off. They're more mild and they're more filled with forgiveness, because forgiveness is everything. When you fight with someone, find a way to forgive. Find a way to just forgive. Like, look at your marriage, look at what you have, look at your the benefits of just being married, like doing things together, helping one another with the bills. Just look at the good side of marriage, and then look at the small thing that wants to separate you, that wants to break you, and ask yourself, is it really worth it? Should I give my time and my emotions to this? And that's a mistake I realize most people do, especially in America, because honestly speaking, I think there's a curse in America. There's a curse in America for broken families, because most of the people that I talk to, most of the people that I see interact with, they're in broken relationships, or they're single mothers raising kids with absent daddies, or they're coming from broken homes. And it's not really something, you know, normal for me, because where I'm coming from in Africa is kind of different. We are coming from places of family. We are coming from places of relationship, and people being married for years, and people having kids with people they love, and they stay together. They're not breaking up, and you don't find a woman with 6 kids and each of the kid has his own father. And currently they're not even having a man. She doesn't even have a man to live with. She's still out there dating. She's still out there in the clubs, and she has kids. I mean, that's just something wrong with that picture. And I've seen a lot of that in America. And it's just sad that, I come to realize that the absence of Christ means the presence of all this negative brokenness of family. The only thing that has held my marriage together for real is Christ. I can say my knowledge of God has been the epitome of my marriage. And I try to tell people, but people don't see it. People think, oh, God is just that guy somewhere there you go to when you need stuff. But funny thing about Christ, the thing about Christ is he came so that we can have relationship, which means he has something in him that can hold relationships together. And if you can trust God to hold a relationship between you and the Father, if you can trust Jesus to hold or mend a relationship between you and the Father, I think he can also mend a relationship between you and your spouse. And for those who are going through divorces, I just want to encourage you, that is, right before you sign those papers, that right before you walk out on your spouse, like, go into prayer. There's a movie called War Room. Just look it up on Google Play. You'll see War Room, like warfare, then room like a bedroom. And this movie is so encouraging, and it's so inspiring, and it's so right, especially as a Christian. You might not understand, but then they're coming from two perspectives. One, someone who does not understand Christ, who's the husband, and the wife who again never understood Christ but came to the knowledge of Christ. And the more you know Christ, I'm telling you this from just a good example. I've been through it. And the more you know Christ, the more your life kind of knits itself or kind of brings itself together. The things that you want, the things that you wish for, they kind of come together the more that you know Christ. I don't know how to explain that any better, but then you just have to have a personal experience with Christ. This Christ guy is a real guy. I'm telling you guys, Christ is a real person. Christ is a real living being in another dimension. Let me just say in another dimension. But he's real because he's been real to my life. I can't explain this to you, but you have to have an experience with him. You have to get into a relationship with him. You experience him yourself and you'll understand, because there's some things that Christ is to you or to me that you don't have the words to explain. You cannot explain to someone the relationship that you have with Christ. It's not so easy. It just has to be personal. That's why Jesus says, in the last day, many will come to me and say, Lord, Lord, didn't we do this? Didn't we do that? But then I'll look at them and say, depart from me, you workers of iniquity. Because not everyone that calls me Lord, Lord shall enter the kingdom. You just have to have that personal relationship with Christ. And unless you come to that personal relationship with Christ, you cannot access the personal trophies, the personal gifts that Christ has to give. Anyway, I'm just saying this, that, a friend of mine, she's going through a divorce. And I thought maybe if she runs into this video, she can be assured of two things. Number one, just go look for that movie, War Room, watch the movie. And that movie is powerful because they also give you verses that you can use to restore your marriage, to restore your relationship that is falling apart. Watch the movie and also do what it says, what the old mama says. Anyway, that's just me and my 2 pennies. Have a nice day.